belly bolster is good for digestive issues. Can be great for putting space in the lower back. Can be good for cramps. And if you discover that the setup you're using isn't really working for you, you're welcome to try something else. It can be harder, softer, higher, lower, slightly different placement. If your head is turned to one side, you can at any time turn it to the other. And wherever you are, you can just continually ask the question, what is there to let go of here? What is there to release now? You have the slow, deep exhale as a tool at your disposal. This could be a good place to just stay. Very grounding. In a few moments, I will offer a new pose, child's pose. But if you would prefer to stay here, you are welcome. If you are interested in moving, can you do so slowly, consciously, carefully? Anywhere along the way could be a place to pause, feel Notice. No right or wrong way to do what you're doing. Doing your thing, your way. And child's pose can be done with hardly any props at all or lots of props. The prop setup that I'll recommend is a little padding under the lower legs, maybe a blanket, and maybe some support under the torso. Could be a bolster, could be a couple blocks with a cushion on it. And this could be further down or higher up. So if you like your head turned one way, you can have the bolster under your head. If you prefer to have your head neutral, you might have the bolster further, like in between your legs, and then set up some kind of face cradle situation. So the forehead is supported and there's a little space between the bolster or the cushion under your torso and your head. So take the time you need. If it's not quite right, can you do something about it? You want your knees closer or further apart, arms out in front or kind of tucked in or back behind you, head neutral or turned to one side. And then when you've found good enough, how much can you let go? If you notice your mind getting busy, can you let it go? Without chastising, without making a problem of it, just coming back to the beautiful reminder that it's okay to not be doing, to just be. always shift, you can always adjust. If your head was turned one way, keep looking for balance, turning the other way at any time. In a moment, I'm going to offer another pose. You can see how that sounds. It's going to be a supported fish. If you want to stay where you are, that's always an option. You can just keep settling in here. If you want to move, can you do so really slowly? Taking your time each step of the way, feeling, noticing, pausing. Might be some movement you take. For supported fish, we're going to be lying on our backs, something under the upper back for support. And this could be really gentle, really deep. For gentle, something soft or small. Rolled up blanket could be a good gentle option. Just a tiny little roll. Cushion, bolster, those are all options. Depending on how high the thing you've chosen is, so you might need another support under your head. So if you're on something higher, some people like this on blocks, a little bit more intensity. You might need something under your head so that instead of the head being dropped back and the chin is up in the air, the chin is dropped, the back of the neck is long, and there's support. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be straight or bent. And again, the first thing you choose may not be it. It might be too much or too little. So play around until you've gotten what feels good for you today. Might be different than the last time you did it, or different than what I'm doing. In general, if you're looking for less intensity, softer, smaller, more intensity, harder, higher. Arms overhead can be good for getting the shoulders open. If you don't want to keep your arms overhead, keep the shoulders in that open position as you slide your arms where you like them. If there's gripping in the lower back, try tucking your tailbone towards your heels. And if there's still gripping when your legs are straight, try doing it with your legs bent. Supported fish is great for putting space into the chest, the upper back. shoulders. Can you relax into the support beneath you? If the answer is no, then again, take it down a notch. You could do this so gently. Little princess and the pea, just a tiny little something. While you are relaxing into the position you're in, can you release more? In a moment, I'm going to offer the next pose, supported bridge. You can always stay where you are. You can always move a little bit. You can always go back to another pose that you enjoyed. Can you move slowly, carefully feeling each moment of the transition. And giving yourself what you need in the way of movement or touch and timing. For supported bridge, we're going to lift the hips and put something under the sacrum. It could be a block on low or medium. If you like it high, I would instead do 2 blocks on low, so you have plenty of surface area. If you like the block but the hard edge isn't working for you, you could soften it with a cushion or blanket. You could also use a bolster or some other thing. So a little bit lower than the lower back. How does this feel? Do you want something higher, lower, harder, softer, slightly different placement? And you found good enough, let the hips rest down. We can get a nice hip flexor stretch from here. So if you'd like to, you can straighten your right leg enough that the front of the right hip starts to open. Either stay here with the left foot on the floor, or you could bring your left knee in. Your right foot might come off the floor, but keep letting the leg hang. So we're looking for an opening at the front of the hip. The more you hug the knee in, the more the opening can be there. Hip flexors can get pretty tight. And that sometimes is a contributing factor to lower back pain. So good to keep those hip flexors open. If you want to stay on this side longer, you could. If you're ready to release, come back through neutral. And then straighten the left leg, letting the front of the left hip start to open. Take whatever variation you did on the first side. So if you did bring your knee in, you can do that again. So in some of these poses, like this one here now, a little bit of effort is required to kind of hold the position, but probably less effort than you're doing right now. You can keep stripping away little by little, letting go of what's not needed. When you feel even on the two sides, let's come back to neutral. So that could be both feet to the floor. Could be both knees up or into your chest. Or both legs straight, either up in the air or along the floor. Finding as much ease as you can. Even if the legs are up, it can be like they're suspended. Stacking the bones so gravity is kind of holding you in place. And letting the muscles hang, soften. Belly soft. If there's any different leg position you want to try, you're welcome. If you want to stay longer, you're welcome. If you're ready to release, how gently can you do that? How slowly? Might take happy baby or twist or any other movement or stretch. We will be finishing up this practice in Shavasana or any other neutral, relaxed, comfortable position. So using whatever props you like. Could be something under any part of you for cushioning. It could be support under your knees or thighs, bolster or blocks. Could be anything on top of you for weight or warmth. If there's any self-massage you want to do, using your own hands to help places release. You're welcome. And eventually settling into stillness. Letting go of the control of your breath. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles. Maybe a stretch out through your arms and legs, like a big yawn. And just slowly, slowly make your way up to sitting. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. And let each inhale bring you a little bit more upright, alert, awake. And we'll bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice, for doing the good, beautiful, necessary work of slowing down. And you might let that gratitude just expand a little bit more in whatever direction it wants to go. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today.